Teresa, thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you, Lisa. It's my pleasure to be here today.
So, Teresa, as many organizations are finding that a strong sense of purpose has been instrumental in really engaging employees through the past year, can you talk a little bit about how Haws Purpose has helped leaders manage more effectively?
Absolutely. So I think for us, it all boils down to our company values. So our company values have been a very strong part of our culture for many, many years. And the owners really live those values as well as our employees. They live them every day. So it's not just about posting the values on the wall. It's really about living those values. Some of those values include accountability, which has been very strong and very prominent through this last year of really being accountable to our customers, to our families, to our employees, to the community, also being a caring organization. So that's another one of our strong values. And that played a huge role this past year because we really had to demonstrate that we were a caring organization. Whether our employees were on site or whether they were off site, we needed to carry through that value through everything that we communicated and through everything that we did. Treating people with dignity and respect. Everyone had a different situation and really trying to be sensitive to those situations. And then part of our company culture is having fun. And that was a huge challenge this last year to make sure that we still did some things that were fun for our organization as well. Our communication was do the best you can. We know it's unusual. We know it's difficult. Do your absolute best and let us know how we can support and be there to help you through this.
Great. And so how can you give some examples of how the leaders, were engaging and motivating employees and reaching out?
Absolutely. So communication was key from the very, very start. Clear communication, and we didn't know, right? Everything was changing rapidly. So just making sure that we were really communicating. We opened up a number of different ways for our employees to communicate, especially those that were off-site. So we started implementing more Slack channels, and they weren't about work. They were about what's going on, or the most beautiful picture you've seen today, the sunset or your dog or whatever. We did a Haws exercise channel so people could put on what they were doing at home to exercise, and just different things that we did. We tried to keep our charities going. So we did a gift basket, and we auctioned off. People could, we had people on site and we had people off site. So people from home could contact our finance department and buy raffle tickets. And we did the charity basket raffle, which was a huge success for the charities in our community. We wanted to continue to support them. We always have an open house every October where our families can come and see where their loved ones work and what they do. And so that's a big event for us. So we thought, how are we going to do that this year? We can't have people on site. So we rented the drive-in for a night, and we all got in our cars and we're socially distanced, and we went to see Back to the Future, and it was just a great event. And we got to have a little video of the company owners before the movie started, thanking everyone for the work that they've done, and just it was a really great event. So some of those kinds of things. One of our employees does meditation, so we do Zoom meditation once a week, and then we also did social seconds with Sarah. So Sarah was one of my HR employees, and she would get on every Thursday on Zoom and do a little topic, whether it was about stress or whether it was about coping or how do you balance work life and home, what was going on in the building. We had new products going out, so we'd take tours in the building. So it was just a 15-minute segment of ways to just kind of decompress for a few minutes and just see people maybe that you hadn't seen on Zoom before, and just a way to connect. So a lot of those things were really, really important.
Yeah, I love the idea of the Slack channel so that you can go to the one you want, or the meditation or the exercise or the pictures, or just, something, as you said, not work related, but to get people talking as they would when they were back in the office or the factory.
Exactly.
Right. And then what about communication, transparency and communication? What role has that played in really keeping everybody together?
Lisa, when I look back, that's probably the most important thing that we did is communicate, and communicate frequently. So from the very start, we had meetings with our employees. We had meetings via Slack. We had meetings in person for small groups of employees at a time for those that were working on site. And the message was, we don't really know what this looks like, but we're going to do everything we can to keep our employees employed, to keep us safe, to keep our families safe, to be able to service our customers. And we'll communicate as frequently as possible. So we used to have quarterly meetings for the whole organization. We went to monthly meetings, and in the very beginning, it was every 2 weeks, really communicating what was happening. Things were changing so quickly, and people were scared, right? No one knew what this was going to look like. So really trying to keep that anxiety level down. So that communication was frequent, both in writing and in meeting presentations from the owners of the company, just continually communicating what we know. And really, we made a commitment to only communicate facts. And that was important too, and not to speculate, because no one really knew what was going to happen. So these are the facts we have. This is what's happening in our community. These are the regulations that we have to abide by. So making sure that that was fact-based communication. And that it was two-way, that employees had the opportunity to let us know what they were going through as well. We did a pulse survey to check on mental health issues, and it was really surprising to me because a lot of people didn't ask in the open question area, didn't ask questions about, or mention that they were feeling really stressed. They asked more questions about the business, which was really a good frame of mind to keep them focused on what was happening in the business and how we were meeting those needs. We also decided that we were not going to be a company that said to our customers, well, because of COVID, we were going to be the company that said, we're going to help you in whatever way we can get you what we need, but not using that as an excuse. And it's been great for us. It's helped our employees, it's helped our customers, it's helped us maintain a strong business throughout this. So communication was absolutely key.
Well, I love what you said too, that communicating even what you don't know, because if people think you know something, but you're not communicating it, that's when stories are built or rumors can start. But just coming out and saying, hey, we don't have any information for you because we don't know what's happening here, but we'll let you know, tomorrow we might have this information available. So that adds quite a bit. So, well, as we wrap up, what advice would you give other organizations for leading with purpose as they look towards the future?
Mm-hmm. I would really say don't do it on your own. Put together teams that can help you, teams that are made up of a wide variety of people. So we had an on-site response team that we developed very quickly with our operations staff, with our building maintenance staff, with our communication leaders, so that we could all work together and make decisions that we felt were best as we're responding to the different needs. So definitely don't go it alone. And then just, as we said, communicate frequently. So I'm very proud of our employees. They held with us, they stuck with us, they really did what we asked them to do with no complaints, which was really, really nice. And there was an immense amount of trust there. And so having that trust beforehand was key to carry us through this difficult year, for sure.
Oh, well, Theresa, thank you so much for joining the conversation. Really appreciate hearing how Haws is continuing to engage employees through this. And as so many of our organizations continue to work remotely, these will be great ideas and thought starters for other companies too. So thank you so much.
Well, great. Thank you for your time, Lisa. It was my pleasure.